Bună ziua, dragilor! Astăzi ne aflăm la Prakriti School of Yoga în Dumbrăvița. Iar gazda noastră de astăzi este nimeni altul decât Mangaladharma AVISEK sau AVISEK Majumdar. Mai înainte am pronunțat numele său spiritual. Dar prietenii îi spun Avi. So, namaste, Avi.
Namaste.
We know that you brought the Satyananda Yoga in tradition in Romania 10 years ago or more. And please tell us what is yoga and what is not yoga.
There can be many definitions to yoga, but let's use the simplest definition. Connecting the body, mind and emotion in one present moment, becoming present, is the definition of yoga. Yoga can also be defined as a unification when you develop connection between your body with your mind and your mind with your emotion with your deeper spiritual nature, which in Romanian we will say suflet. So that's yoga. What is not yoga? Anything that takes you away from who you truly are, that breaks this contact and connection between your head, heart and hands, is not yoga.
And please tell me about the prejudices about yoga, because everyone here thinks that yoga is fitness or a religion or...
There is nothing wrong to think yoga as fitness, because definitely one can become very fit if they practice yoga, which is good. But if you think yoga is only fitness, then there is a mistake that we have to acknowledge. Traditionally, yoga is a science of well-being. It's a science of spirituality. It's not about spreading a mat and doing monkey business on Saltia. It's not workout. It is working in. It is connecting with your inner self.
And what are the main benefits of yoga to our health?
Yoga brings benefit to our overall health. Now, when you say health, we have to understand what are we defining by health. Is it just the physical health? Is it mental health, emotional health, spiritual health? So yoga brings a positive influence in our body. It improves the circulation, it improves the muscle tone, it improves metabolism, it improves the functioning of endocrine system. These are the physical benefits. So if you are a practitioner of yoga, the first benefit is you will sleep better. Your heart or cardiovascular function will improve. Your mind will be more calm. So it is a very good for stress management tool. And that is what I keep on telling people in Timișoara, people in other parts of Romania, that practice yoga to help you to become more calm, to become more connected. And then, of course, yoga can do a lot benefit to people suffering from diabetes, people suffering from autoimmune disorder like multiple sclerosis and others. And so yoga can do a lot benefit at a physical dimension. Yoga improves the mind as well. By mental health, I mean, you open your eyes and you start your day thinking negative. You start your day by complaining about your partner, your friends, about the society, about politics, about... There is o grama de chestie, știi? We like to complain. Yoga teaches you how to look and connect to the positive dimension of life. So that is about mental health. Yoga improves your emotions. First, we grow up in a society where we don't understand our feelings. One day we think that we are in love, the other day we think we hate, and another day we have anger, another day we have frustration. We don't know how to digest, assimilate emotions. So there are yogic practices, and I'm referring to traditional yogic practices, not necessarily just mishkare, not just yoga workout, yoga as a whole. There are practices to connect and transform our emotions and bring to a very positive state. So these are the benefits that we get at the emotional level.
So in the system of Satyananda Yoga that you are teaching, how does a usual class goes? What are you teaching to your students?
Well, a usual class has practices for the physical body, for the mind, for the emotion, and everything begins and ends with relaxation. See, if you look into the society, there is a chronic problem, that is, we don't know how to relax.
Yes.
Yeah? Everybody is stressed, whether they live in a calm city like Timisoara or they live in a very busy city like Bucharest or Berlin, doesn't matter. People are stressed. So first step of the practice is to teach how can you become more relaxed and how can you sustain that relaxation. Relaxation of the body, relaxation of the mind, relaxation of your emotional fluctuations. So these are the 3 steps that we follow even for a beginner class, and once they achieve this, then we take them to the further stages.
Yes, tell us something about, a few words about the Satyananda yoga system. How this is different from and special from others systems of yoga, traditional yoga.
I would like to avoid the word special, because the moment you use the word special, you want to put yourself in a higher pedestal and you say others are not good.
Okay, or different then.
Yeah, let's stick to the word different. And this difference comes from understanding. The understanding is when you are looking into Satyananda yoga system, which is formed by or named after Swami Satyananda, who was one of the most illuminated person of modern India, was his vision of how he understood yoga and how he promoted yoga to the people. So the understanding is that we are not just the physical body. We have a mind, we have an emotion, we have, of course, the physical body, we have the spiritual dimension. So any yoga that you practice, it should touch, it should work, it should influence all these different dimensions. And if the practice covers all these different dimensions, then automatically it becomes a wholesome. And Satyananda yoga practice, even if you go for a 1-hour yoga practice or a few-hour yoga practice, it covers all these areas. And what makes Satyananda yoga very different from other tradition is, I have noticed yoga practitioners, they say, I do 1-hour yoga 2 times per week. I do half an hour yoga every day. But in Satyananda yoga, it is not about 1 hour or certain number of hours. Here yoga is a lifestyle. Here you live yoga. Actual yoga begins when you are outside the yoga mat. So in the yoga mat, you learn and you polish your skills. Skills like how can you remain aware, how can you become conștient, how we say in Romanian.
Yes.
Conștient of what? Corpul, mintea, emoție. And then when you are outside the saltaya, you are back in the street and you are driving, how can you remain conscient when somebody is honking at you? How you react or you respond? Yeah? So all of these things are part of the practice. This is a continuous flow. Your life becomes yoga. It's not yoga și viața, știi? Este împreună, tot timpul.
So first of all, yoga teaches you to be disciplined?
Yes. Yoga encourages you to be disciplined, but not a dogma. Whether you are practicing yoga for 1 day or 10 years or 20 years, there is still constant possibility of improvement. So we don't imbibe a quality and say that now on I am yogi și nu facem chestia asta și nu vorbim așa sau așa, așa, așa. You are constantly working on yourself. Important thing in yoga is you also look into your dark side. Yeah? So when you present yourself to people, you put on makeup, you are dressing up nicely, and people sees that aspect. But you might also have some dimensions, some aspect that you don't disclose to people. Yoga says when you look at yourself, you look at you in the totality. And you own your own shadow. See? In the same manner, you also own your own luminosity. Adhika, you embrace the good qualities that you have. You also acknowledge that there are some areas which needs improvement, which needs to be transformed. And you stay to yourself by side and you walk together. And there is nothing like disowning. When you say, I don't like myself, I don't like this aspect of me, then you are disconnecting from yourself.
Yes.
That doesn't happen in yoga. That doesn't happen in Satyananda Yoga at least.
What is your opinion about how the Romanian received yoga? How were things 10 years ago when you first came here, and how are now?
Why talking about 10 years? Let's talk about yoga in Romania for the last 30-40 years. I was very surprised when I came to Romania 10 years back. A very good student of mine presented me a yoga book by Mr. N.C. Tufoi. It is one of the oldest Romanian yoga book. And it explains exactly the traditional asanas, the physical postures and everything in a very nice manner. I couldn't read at that point Romanian, so I saw the, toate pose și chestii. But now I can read and I know it is so nicely described. So people in Romania, I think for many years, they were very open and interested in understanding and learning yoga. Of course, in the last period, there is a more popularity in yoga. So there are so many yoga teachers in the field. And it is becoming popular. It is becoming popular. Now the question should be, is it remaining authentic or not? Asta alta chestie. Yes. But yes, it is gaining popularity.
So, the term, this science of yoga, as you said earlier, through time, it evolved in a good way, or it became a bit perverted in some ways?
I don't get the question. Can you repeat?
If some vices was brought into the science of yoga, through various fake gurus that we had here in Romania. Like Gregorian Bivolaru with the Misa organization. This is a part, a tricky part, but we must tell the people about this, because there are many prejudices about this.
I don't think I am well informed enough or having that understanding where I can label a person. So I don't want to talk about a particular person, what he taught or what his school taught. I think from every single person there can be something good that we can learn, and so I don't want to comment on that at all. What I can say is, as you say, contaminating a tradition, yes, contaminating a science of yoga. Look, let's say there is a river flowing. Yeah, we are in Romania, so let's talk about Danube, right? So this river is flowing through 16 different big cities. It's flowing through different countries. And let's say one person throws some garbage in the river in some country. It will flow with the river for a while, but one day it will merge into the sea and it will become one with the sea. Yes. So same with yoga. If somebody is trying to teach or practice something which is inappropriate or wrong, maybe there will be some number of people, they will practice that, they will continue doing that for a while. But eventually, the purity of yoga will be there. Please understand, yoga remained among us for about 7,000 to 10,000 years. You cannot contaminate a science, philosophy, which has lasted so many years. You know, you can change the opinion for a while to a certain number of people, but eventually yoga is the yoga for a second thought.
Yes. Another prejudice is prejudice that I would like to speak is about the people. Some uninformed people think that yoga is a religion, or somehow it conflicts with their religion. Is this true?
First of all, let's replace the word uninformed from differently informed.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you are informed differently and you have a filter, you see through the filter, right? So, and majority of these people who thinks yoga is a religion has been exposed to the teachings or preaching by those people who have never practiced it. I personally don't think if you are bending your coloana vertebra și pentru durere de spate, how can Jesus or Allah or Shiva or nu contează, Dumnezeule, however you name it, will say, oh, asta nu e bine, asta nu ești ok. If you do some practice that improves your sleep, helps you to get rid of your insomnia, improves your heart condition, you think your God will be upset or my God will be upset. A person who believes like that, for them, I just say, my reply is silence.
So everyone can practice yoga liniștiți, no?
Cred că da. De ce nu?
What about the kids? Can the children practice yoga?
Why not? They should, they must. If you don't allow kids to practice yoga, they will grow up like us, like many of us who have stress who have an university degree, who have qualifications, but they don't know how to manage their mind, how to manage their emotions, how to manage their life.
Yes.
And it is better to educate from an early age. We can fix them, like how an adult is coming to a yoga class to learn to fix their body, mind and emotion. We can do that, of course. They can go to a psychotherapy, they can do many things.
Yes.
But we can teach a kid, a child, from early age yoga, so they learn to express life in a very harmonious way.
What can you say to the people about the 8 limbs of yoga? I know that these are very important for a yoga practitioner. What are they?
When you use this word, 8 limbs of yoga, first of all, let's get it. This is a very limited Western understanding. You are talking about the 8 limbs of Raja Yoga, not 8 limbs of yoga. Yoga has multiple limbs. So I think instead of talking about 8 limbs of Raja Yoga, it is important for a person to know what are their needs. And if there is anything that yoga can do for them. Asta konte aza.
Okay.
So in this way, I invite every single person to think or to connect with what are my physical needs. Number 1, to have a body for a durered. Although the body should have enough energy. Altre, it should have good mobility.
Yes.
I'm not talking about to become Nadia Comaneci. No. But a good mobility. Yeah. You should be able to tie your shoelace. Without any problem, you should be able to bend. You should be able to turn Dryapta Astunga. Normal mobility. So you check, does yoga can help you to have good mobility, a pain-free body, good energy, improved functioning of different organs in your body, rinic, ficat, colonna, intestine, and so on and so forth. Then, if you think it can help, if you are convinced it can help, go for it. Right? Same way, check what are your mental needs. Poate, mental need is to be calm. Cum zice calm? Liniștit.
A fi calm, liniștit.
Da, liniștit. To be calm, to have clarity in thoughts. So that when I'm thinking, I should think clear. So after you check that your need is calmness, mental clarity, creativity, then you ask, if I practice yoga, adhika, different branches of yoga, like respiration, pranayama, can it help me to develop more clarity? Can it help me to become more calm? And if the reply is yes, do the practice. So like this, you look into your body, mind, emotion, check what are your needs and what yoga can offer you. If you want to look into yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga and 20 limbs of this and 30 limbs of this, in Romanian we say kapu patrați. Your head will go square and you will drive yourself crazy. You don't have to become an encyclopedia of yoga. You have to become a practitioner of yoga.
So, your first advice for a beginner in yoga is not to be so much theoretical in the theory of yoga and to come and practice on the mat, yes? Not reading so much books and...
If you want to read, there is no problem. But first, read and understand what are your needs. And then you read in correspondence to this. These are my needs and how can I fulfill those needs?
Yes.
Right? Otherwise, reading volumes of books will only give you information. It won't give you transformation. If you want to transform, you have to practice.
Yes, I'm telling you about this because most of the people that I know, including myself, have started knowing things about yoga through reading, but so much reading that...
Knowing is nothing, knowing is not a bad thing. But if you stop only knowing, stop at only knowing and cultivate only knowing without practicing, without transforming, then that knowing is of no use. If I am hungry and I read only the menu of a restaurant which can give me a home delivery, will my hunger go? No. I have to place the order. And not only that, I have to eat the food to fix my hunger. So, knowing has a limitation. We all know. We live in a society where everybody knows.
Yes.
You can always figure out. If you need to know something, you take out your phone, smartphone, and you go to Google and you can know. But knowing will not transform your life. So I want anybody who will ever watch this, and I want to make it very clear, don't emphasize only at knowing, emphasize at transforming, and you will never transform just by knowing. It has to be practiced. And not only about yoga, in every single dimension.
Yes.
Yeah?
Now I want you to tell us something about the mantras. I know that the mantras are, we know that the mantras are very important in yoga, the chanting of the mantras. And what can you tell us about the Om mantra, which is right above us here?
Mantras are normally translated in Romanian as a sunetele. Now, every sound can be understood from 2 or 3 different dimensions. Let's say a sound from a language, a word, has a meaning, so it can be understood intellectually.
Yes.
Sound can also be understood as a vibration, and that's what is the interest of yoga is. So every sound is a vibratory energy. And this energy has the ability to influence your deeper layers. Yeah? So when you look at a sound from this understanding, you use the sound as a radiotherapy. No? Mm-hmm. You have an injury, you go to the radiologist and they put a sound vibration. You don't hear it, but it helps to fix and realign your inner health problem. In the same way, the sound influences the inner system. So that is the understanding towards mantra. Now, mantras or sunetele is used also in Indian religion, especially Hinduism.
Yes.
And this is a very important thing that everybody should understand, that this created confusion, right?
Yes.
You used a knife to make an operation and save somebody's life. And a similar knife was used by a criminal to murder someone. The problem is not the knife. The problem is the usage. In the same manner, in yoga, which is a very secular spiritual science, we use mantra to awaken the energy, to create harmony, balance within you. Similar mantras are also used as prayers in different belief system.
Yes.
Yeah? But that doesn't mean the mantra is a religion or mantras are part of religion. And to connect with, the mantra Om is present also in yoga, in Hinduism, in Islam, in Christianity. But it is pronounced differently. Om becomes Amin, Amen, but the essence is the same. Yeah?
Yes.
So a person who says, I don't want to say Om, you can say Amin, you can say Amen few times. Yeah?
So it's safe to practice the mantras, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is very safe. We should know that our Creator, and if you come from Christianity, you believe in Jesus. If you come from Islam, you believe in Allah. You come from Hinduism, you believe in some Indian gods. Our creators are not narrow-minded like us. All they want, no matter of whatever religion is, they want us to be healthy and happy and in harmony and to prosper. So by reciting a mantra or by doing some deep breathing or by making your body move in some manner, your God or my God or his God or her God cannot get upset. This is to me is a symptom of a very uneducated mind, a mind which is influenced by ignorance. Yeah? So it is very safe to practice.
And in the end, Avi, I want you to tell the people at home a good and practical advice from a yogi like you for benefits, outer and inner benefits.
Oh, there is nothing like one size fits all. There is nothing such yoga practices. Yoga practice should be very much individualized. Everybody should understand what they need and then go to a competent person who can help them to design that for them. If the person is in Timisoara, in Dumbravica, in this area, they are very much welcome to come to the school. We have regular yoga classes every week for a few days. They can come and practice from the teachers who have learned and practiced yoga for years. That is one of the best things that they can do. If they are not able to come to the class, they can access some online classes. I have online classes that they can access from their home, and that can benefit them.
Can you tell us a website address or?
Yeah, it is satyanandayoga.ro.
Yes.
So, or if they want to look for yoga with Avi, they can put it in Facebook or in YouTube and they will find it.
Yes.
Now, what a person can practice at home. I tell you some practice which is not only from yoga but also from Ayurveda. The first thing people should do is have more water. I don't see people drinking enough water. If you start your morning with drinking half a liter of water, you will see the body flushes away the toxins very easily. The second thing is, start your day with proper intention. Every person, whether you are a kid, you are working in a corporate, whether you drive a car, whether you work in a bar, irrespective. When you wake up in the morning, first thing you close your eyes, take deep breath, and you set the intention. Where am I going in my life? What am I trying to become? You set the intention and then you live your day. In the evening, before you go to sleep, if you do your prayers, minunat, you should do it. Then you ask yourself, ce am făcut toată ziua? And you review your day. Și am trezit la ora 6, după ora ce am făcut, după ora ce am făcut, and you live. So, you are not only living your life, you are looking back. And maybe you will see, aha, asta nu făcut bine. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have got angry. I shouldn't have become jealous. You might find things. Then, God gives you, or the universe gives you one more day tomorrow. You try to fix it. Maybe you will be able to fix it, maybe you will not be able to fix it, but there is always a tomorrow. So, pas ku pas. Yeah? You work on yourself. So, this is the practice that everybody can do, and it can help them to do it. And also try to live as per your conviction. You have to be authentic. Yeah?
It's a nice advice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us here into your home. And
thank you. Thank you for visiting the school. You are very much welcome to come whenever you want to the Prakriti School of Yoga. And thank you for having me.
Namaste.
Namaste.